Hello and welcome to Ask Carl G episode 11. Thank you very much for everybody who joined me yesterday. If you look down the list of videos, I was speaking about asked, is it sensible to go out in this weather? For anybody watching in the future, because this will be permanently on the internet, it has been on and off, rainy, stormy, thundery, stormy, rainy. We're in 2020 and it is August. Well, our internet went off. That's how much it was rainy. And now the phone's off. There you are. Now it's my product placement. A Teresa Lewis mug. If you look up Teresa Lewis artist, not that they're anywhere near Christmas, but nonetheless, you must know somebody who wants their favourite pet, their favourite horse, their favourite event. And if you look up Teresa Lewis artist, you will find everything you could possibly want. So I thought I'd do a little product placement. Cheers. Hi, Helen. Thank you for joining. So, yes, I spoke yesterday about the thunderstorms. Was it sensible to ride in the thunderstorm, with the exception, of course, of getting struck by lightning? If you weren't happy to put up a umbrella, then it's dangerous. And when it's dangerous, then don't do it. You use just common sense there, I think. But apart from the dangerous bit that we clearly wouldn't do, is it safe to ride in a thunderstorm? Well, you've got to decide whether you're choosing not to ride in a thunderstorm because actually you're too nervous to ride. The question is it fear or is it dangerous? If it's fear, we can do something about it, and if it's dangerous, we can go home. There we are. So yes, I haven't read through the comments yet, so I don't know if anybody's got a question for Ask Carl G. So I'm just going to put the invitation here anyway. So if you did ask a question and I haven't got back to it or answered it now, then wait, there's the link if you want to join and ask a question. So along with my other bugbear of hat hysteria, somewhere along the line, I occasionally get accused of being dangerous. Dangerous because I don't like hat hysteria, and the principle is hats save lives, hat hysteria destroys confidence. By I don't mean hats. I mean hats. I mean safety helmets, riding helmets. Yes, so riding safety helmets, wear that save lives, wear them, please wear them, that's fine. But hat hysteria, where people are going, oh, look at that model of that photo of the Queen, she's not wearing a hat. And the first thing people can say is a hat, without necessarily thinking there may be other steps that the person in the photograph or the film or something has taken. It's the hysteria that destroys confidence. And I was very sad to lose well, not a friend, but a Facebook friend, internet friend, who, when I said hats save lives, but hat hysteria destroys confidence, said, "Oh, Carl's decided to encourage everybody not to wear hats." Right. And you get back and say, "You misunderstand. It's not that I don't want to wear hats. It's I don't want people to be getting hats and going, you're going to die without this." You're probably not going to die, but that intensity that if you even approach a horse without a hat on, you are going to get your head caved in and you are going to die. Well, it's not going to do our confidence any good at all. Now, what am I getting to? I am getting to sharing what I think is my most powerful way of dealing with the what ifs when I'm in extreme situations. I don't know if you are aware, but I've got a show of gymnastics of horses called Jigitovka. We do films, we do battle scenes, and the what ifs. I'm only human. Of course, the what ifs occur to me. And the most powerful thing that I have in terms of if we're doing a show, if we're doing a film, we haven't got a hat on, for example, but we've taken some other measures. For example, we link our stirrups together underneath the horse. So then if you jam your feet in, you're not going to fall off, you're not going to fall off, you're not going to fall off. We ride the same pattern. So all these things aren't as good as wearing a hat, but nonetheless, people might not have noticed it before they start being hysterical. And it's like once you've taken the measure to keep yourself safe, then you can forget it. Once you've put your seatbelt on, then you can forget it. I've considered the what ifs, I've transferred them into if then, taken the measure, and when we cross the road, yes, look right, left, and right again. No, left, right, and left again. Whichever way it is. Look both ways lots of times. Um, but you don't then go on and on and on and on and on about it until we're at a complete state on the next road. But yes, take the safety measures. So why am I speaking about this? Because once it's done, you can forget it. Once it's done, you can forget it. So when you've got a fear of being dragged by your stirrup, once you've bought some safety stirrups, you can then forget it. And when it comes to something that you're going to do that is safe, but maybe is a little bit out of your comfort zone so that you can progress and you get the butterflies and you get the anxiety, if you've taken the measures to keep you safe, then you can rely on that and get on with the job in hand. Do not get on with the job in hand if you haven't taken those safety measures. But once those safety measures are in, you've considered them, you've changed what if into an if then. And my greatest help when I've got a what if there's a big scene or a big trick or a big something, and you start what ifing, I say to myself, you've done your training and you can rely on that. That's massive. You've done your training and you can rely on that. You've done your training. It's like practicing the emergency stop before you get in your car. You've done your training. You've done that. You know how to do that. So now you can get on with driving the car. Of course, it also throws into light if you haven't done your training. If you haven't done your training and you say to yourself, oh, you're going, what if, what if, what if, you're getting all your butterflies and you haven't done your training, then when you say to yourself, you've done your training, now get on with it, you will know that you haven't done your training. And at that point, perhaps you ought to think again how you can break it down that we're going to be in a better position in the future. The greatest self-talk that I use is you've done your training, and I have done my training. We train and train and train because we're so safety conscious here. Train and train and train until we've got it nailed. I hope that's of use to you. You've done your training, you can get on with the job at hand. You have my permission. If you haven't done your training, you have not got my permission to get on with the job in hand. Go and do your training. I hope this has been food for thought. It's really helped me in some pretty nerve-wracking situations to get a handle on the nerves and do the job at hand that is out of my comfort zone. Endless examples that I could say. Definitely. I'm just reading the comments. Thank you very much. Oh, this is very interesting. My fiance still won't ride the horse who broke his clavicle last year. Ever so interesting that you definitely need a new fiance. That was clearly broken. So I'm joking. I'm joking. It's worth noting that if your fiance, well, very funny. I did make up a joke the other day. I made up an actual genuine joke that made someone laugh. Do you want to hear it? What is the wettest part of the alphabet? From H to O. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. So my, my fiance won't ride the horse and broke his clavicle. If your fiance had done the same thing on a bicycle, if he had done the same injury on in a car, if he'd done the same injury in the shower, the emotional baggage attached to that wouldn't be the same. The emotional baggage would be I broke my clavicle doing this thing, and I'm going to get mended. I'm going to get better. I'm going to drive again. I'm going to get in the shower again, and I'm going to go back to work. The attitude, because it happened on a horse, is full of excess sympathy from the people around you, going, "Oh, I told you horses were dangerous. Oh, there was this woman and she got killed. Oh, this person got drowned. You were lucky. It could have been so much worse," and all that. I've gone on about that many times in previous videos. You can do the exact same injury and it doesn't have the emotional baggage. Nobody says, "Oh, don't you think it's time you gave up showering?" if you slip in the shower and break your clavicle. On a more practical note, it's all clavicles and wrists. Come on the rider confidence course. We'll just teach you to make sure that that doesn't happen again. It's always clavicles and wrists. There we are. Oh, hello. Look at this comment. Fiona, how to try and stop a horse mid-bolt. I've done a free download, a free PDF download, all about bolting, bucking, and rearing. And that is available if I can find. Let's just have a little look here. Oh, it'll be on my sticky note. Um, just to speak myself. Yeah, let's have a look. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. I'm gonna post this up for you. You can get a free download. All about it. It's a PDF. You got to read it, I'm afraid. I'll just copy everything. And where have you guys gone? Where's my StreamYard gone? I've lost you. There we are. Found you again. Let's just pop this. Control V that. Get this PDF. I'm just putting it in the comments now. What I really need is a techie off to the side so we don't have the uncomfortable silences. Yeah. So if you look in the comments, let me just check that's gone up. Yes. Get that PDF report and it's got plenty in it. Plus, we need to be au fait with galloping. We need to be au fait with galloping as fast as we possibly can if we want to be au fait with bolting so that we don't just get absolutely locked in fear. So that's also worth doing. Galloping's it's perfectly easy. It's perfectly relaxing. Having a good old gallop. It's got the same neural pathways, the same feeling. If you're happy galloping and you're just going along and the horse has got its head and it's just flying off up the field, it feels exactly the same as sitting in your car and your car's doing all the work and you're flying off up the motorway. At some point, when you were learning to ride a car, it was unfamiliar and it was frightening. I remember when 40 miles an hour was frightening. But there we go. We get used to it because we learned. And it's the same with galloping. Once you're happily galloping, then it's worth having that in your pocket so that when a horse bolts, that isn't your very first time of going fast. And the only time you go that fast is when the horse is bolting. I mean, that's just a bite size beyond bite sizes to expect to cope with A, going that fast, and B, being out of control. But anyway, I'm digressing. So if you'd like to just get on the chat just here and download that free PDF, that's absolutely smashing. Okay, just having a little look through the comments. Oh, in fact, I'll just put that comment there so you can see that. It's good, this StreamYard thing. If you do social media, if you speak to your audiences, I'm on StreamYard, which automatically streams to YouTube and Facebook, and it'll do others as well if I had any others. Okay, lovely. Well, if there's no more questions, I will bid you adieu. I hope it's been food for thought. When you're feeling nervous, you can think, I've done my training. And if you haven't done your training, go and do your training. Thanks very much. Lumi's doing fine. His eyes seem to be okay. He started exercise. I put a little link, little video of him exercising. Everything's groovy here. Thanks, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.